Hello there. Thank you for clicking. Now, on this video, I'm going to share with you the quickest way to make 500,000 Kenyan shillings, or another way, 500,000 Kenyan shillings. All right. And I'm going to share it in two phases. Phase number one, I'm going to share it with reference to the people who have employed themselves. We call them the self-employed people. And the other phase, I'm going to share it in reference to the people who are employed. So exactly those two sets of people, how exactly or which the quickest way for them to actually manage to raise this amount of money. So for now, stick around. So let's get into the business. Oh, and by the way, I usually post a video every day, a very good one like this one. So if you don't want to miss any of that good video in future, do one thing. It doesn't cost you anything. Just down below there is a button written subscribe. Hit that button. Then on the left, there is a like button. Hit those two magical buttons. And guess what? Just by doing that, which is free, doesn't cost you anything, you'll be notified whenever I upload a new good video. So let's get into the business. I know you want to make this 500,000 bob in a quickest way manner. All right. So first of all, the mistake that people make or do whenever they want to raise a certain amount of money, they just jump into it without any plan, without any systematic order of doing their things. First of all, you have to understand, okay, fine, what is this 500,000 Kenyan shillings? Yeah, I know it is 500,000 Kenyan shillings, but what is it? How can we distribute it? How can I be able to do or manage exactly this amount of money? And I always tell people, this is how we do it. Let's say you employed as yourself. This is now the first phase. Now, let's say you've employed yourself, or you want to employ yourself. You want to start a certain enterprise, a business or something. This is how you do it. You take the 500,000 Kenyan shillings, you do like this. Seriously, take a pen and paper. I want to teach you something today that is very unique. Say 1 times 500,000 Kenyan shillings, meaning you can pick one individual, sell that one product for 500,000 Kenyan shillings, you get your 500,000 and you call it a day. But is it easy? No, it's not easy. I'm telling you, it's quite hard. It is possible, but it's not easy. Anyway, number two, you can say 10 times 50,000. All right, what does that mean? Like, you pick that product that you can sell for 10 shillings, and then you find for 50,000 people, you sell that item, and then you get your 500, or you get your 500,000. But my question is this: honestly speaking, fetching 50,000 people is not not a small thing. True or not true? Very true. Now we go to level number three. Say 100 times 5,000. Pick an item that you can sell for 100 bob, then find for 5,000 people, and there you are. You got your 500,000. Now you're starting talking, all right? That's a reasonable amount of money. Now you're seated there, you would like to start a business. Let's say you have like 10,000 Kenyan shillings. It's only money that you have. You want to start an enterprise, or you already have an existing enterprise. So is there a product that you can pick, sell for only 100 bob? Just 100 shillings, and then look for 50,000 or 5,000 people, and then you got your 500,000 Kenyan shillings. All right, this is how you do it. Now, whatever you live on, whether it's village, whether it's whatever, uptowns, upcoming centers, cities, and what have you, just ask yourself, look around, what are the people saying? All right. Mistake that people make is that you make their decision based on what you love. No, listen to what the people are saying. Right now, as we speak in Kenya, people are complaining. Everyone is talking about how expensive life is. And whenever they talk of how expensive the life is, what do they refer to? They refer to food. All right, they refer like unga is up there, mafuta kupikia is up there, sukari is up there, mchele is up there. All those things are up there. Hardly will ever hear people complain about cars. You know why? Because majority of people do not even bother about cars. That's for real. Whenever there is an increment in terms of custom duty when importing a car, a lot of people don't complain. All right. So now the question is this: focus on what people complain about more, because that's where that's where they put their money into. That's why they complain, majority of them. That means if you were to invest in reference to the food, anything related to food, that's where the money is. Now I've narrowed down to food. Now, what can you do or sell for only 100 bob, and then monitor or target only 50 or 5,000 people and get your 500,000 Kenyan shillings? All right. Number one, you can either have yourself a very new people. Once you get this individual, never get them again, and then you get the 5,000 of them. You have your 500,000. Or you can have repetitive people, because after all, food people have to eat today, tomorrow, and the other day, and every time. All right. So this is the point. What's that item that you can be able to sell for only 100 bob and target 5,000 people? First of all, let's break this number again. All right, you're targeting 5,000 people because you are selling an item worth 100 bob. Now, what do you do with these 5,000 people? Let's say how much or how many people are you targeting in a single day? Let's say you're targeting only 50 people in a single day. All right, so 50 people in a single day, how long will it take you to accumulate the entire 5,000 people? It will take you, yes, if you're doing your mathematics correct, it will take you 100 days. But let's be logical. Sometimes getting 50 people in a single day is quite a tedious, and sometimes does not turn up. Let's say you even get a half of that. Let's say 25. All right. 25 people, what does it mean? If you were to target 25 people in a single day, how much will you, or how many days will it take you to actually get yourself 5,000 people? That now gets you 200 days. 200 days, honestly speaking, that's like how many months? Like 6 months, like almost 1 year. All right, and you got your 500,000 Kenyan shillings. Now, this is how you do it. Say you have like your 10,000 or 20,000, all right? You want to sell something for only 100 bob. Honestly, if you're selling something for 100 bob, you don't need a lot of money. Even with 5,000, you can start it. Now, let's do this. You can sell yourself some vegetables. For example, let's say you live in Nairobi. Let's say you live in what do you call what do you call this place? 45 Githurai or something. You can grab yourself vegetable from Juja Farm and then you sell to those people. And then the only target that you have is 100 bob. Only 100 bob as your profit for only 25 people. That's making yourself 2,500 each and every day. You can sell yourself fruits, all right? You can sell yourself some coffees, can be early in the morning or the evening or throughout the night. You can do the shoe shining. You can do the shoe repair. You can do what we call, selling like, eggs or something of sort. I mean, you can sell some milk, all right? And I said this, you don't have to complicate some things. Let's say you do not have money to start yourself like a very nice, milk bar. What you can do is that just pick a place, very nice, you dress nicely, have yourself a very nice a white coat or something, then pick a place whereby you can be selling a milk from. Then from there, target people. Or if you realize people aren't showing up from your place, and I wouldn't advise actually you going and standing somewhere, move to their houses, talk to them, tell them, hey, this is what I do, blah, 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 it's that kind of things. You communicate, you market yourself, put yourself out there. Do not complicate things. Just make it easier and flow or move with the flow. The other thing that you can be able to do is a very quite simple thing. You can sell yourself some simple foods. Like these people usually sell githeri, beans, and kunde and whatever, those things that usually boil there and they sell with cups and what have you. I mean, don't just complicate things. Just think of something that you can sell for only 100 bob and target 25 people in a single day. Get yourself 2,500, then do so for the next 200 days and get yourself like 500,000 Kenyan shillings. It's quite simple. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Okay, Joseph, it is easier than done. I know that's what you'll say. I didn't promise it would be easier done than say. All right, that's for a fact. Everything needs a sacrifice, a discipline, and grinding. You have to do something. But first of all, don't engage that 500,000 anyhow without you having a plan of exactly how you're gonna do that. What you're supposed to do is that sit down with pen and paper, distribute that 500,000. Forget about the period. If you focus yourself getting the 500,000 in a period of 8 months, no, you're gonna squeeze yourself. No. First of all, let the math tell you how many days you need for you to raise that amount of money. Ask yourself, what product can you sell at this amount of money, then raise this amount of money. That's for a fact. And how long and how many people are you targeting in a single day? That's for a fact. Okay, so the other thing that you're supposed to understand is that instill what we call the discipline. Because if you do not have a discipline, you can even make 50,000 in a single day, but you do not have a discipline. Yeah, I know wherever you are thinking, okay, Joseph, you make it look like it is easier. Yes, it is. There's somebody who makes that 500,000 in a single day. That's for a fact. It's a reality. So if you confine yourself in terms of a thinking like money is limited, it's not out there, oh, it's the scarcity of money because that's what we are told. Oh, save and save and save and save because at the end of the day, if you lose money, you lose. If you have that kind of a mentality, you never get a sense in this video. But if you can be open-minded, just to understand exactly what I'm saying, dissect the numbers don't lie, put the numbers across, and then from there, focus and concentrate with exactly that. Then at the end of the day, rest assured that you'll be able to earn yourself a good cash amount of money. All right, so that's set number one. We go to the second phase of people. Now, these are people who are employed. This is an individual who's getting a salary at the end of the month. But if you're getting yourself 100,000 at the end of the month, it's not a big deal for you. I mean, seriously, come on. If you can manage to save like 40,000 at the end of the month, then how many months do you need to get yourself like 50,000 or 500,000? So it's not quite a complicated thing. So what I would say, if you're employed and you're getting yourself a salary, let's say above 80,000, or let's say 70,000 and above, at that particular point, then rest assured, you raising 500,000 is not a complicated thing. Actually, I would say you target a million bob. That's for a fact. Anyway, how exactly can you do? I always say whenever you get your salary, make sure that the very first thing that you do is getting at least 20% towards your savings. Personally, I'll have to give myself a challenge of saving at least 40%. But again, yes, I understand. Perhaps you have you have kids in school, you have to pay your bills and what have you. Maybe all of a sudden you got yourself some loans which are not necessary and whatever, you're already in a ditch and what have you. So saving 40% is a bit complicated. But if you can manage, not even bad, you should manage to save yourself at least 20% of that amount of money. Say you're earning yourself 70,000 at the end of the month. So what's 20% of 70,000? That's like 14,000, right? That's quite small, honestly. I mean, It's quite small. But again, if you can manage to save yourself like 25,000, then how long will it take you to actually raise that amount of money? Simple mathematics. You can do that mathematics and realize that you're gonna save you like a short period of time to actually raise that amount of money. You know what I'm saying? Then let's say you're earning less than 70,000. Then what do? Does it mean now, okay, Joseph, you said if you're earning 70,000 is the only person who can manage to? What if you're getting yourself like 20,000, 30,000 a month, 40,000? 50,000, 60,000, because from 60,000 and below, that's where the majority of Kenyans usually get their money. That's where their income ranges from. So the question is this: fine, if you were to save yourself 5,000 each and every month, that can take you ages. And I always talk about money market fund, shares, treasury bills, and whatever. Actually, you getting that 500,000, saving at that rate, it's gonna take yourself quite a long time. And of course, that will violate exactly my title on this topic or this videos that says quickest way. Fine, let's focus on speed. When we say quick, we mean speed. All right. So that means that if you're saving yourself 5,000 each and every day, then you can be able to accumulate your money in a certain period of time. Let's say 2 or 3. Say you save like 4 months, you got yourself like 20,000. Now ask yourself, what can you do with this 20,000 to actually supplement what you've been saving each and every month? Now, this is where the mathematics starts from. Now you have to pick a thing that you can sell out there. You can start yourself like a small business. All right. I saw somebody who started what we call the charcoal selling a store. The guy just comboed a store, and then he knew he had like 10 bags or 20 bags from there. You employ somebody who does the the measuring and selling and what have you, doing the mathematics, because you already know. I mean, when I say you employed, you're supposed to start a business that it's easier for you to monitor. Honestly speaking, I would discourage you to start a business like a small shop, because you won't understand how the shop is running. If I tell you to start like something like an electrical shop, it will become a bit hard for you to do so. But if you have somebody whom you say or believe, okay, can be able to run that specific business without getting yourself into things, then you can go ahead and start that business. I would advise you buying that specific item that is very easier for you to monitor. For example, if you were to buy yourself like maize, dry maize, the cereals, right? You've already bought like 10 bucks. If that 10 bucks you sell it somewhere, then of course definitely you're making 500 per bag. Then you know very well you've made your 5,000. All right. So that's quite simple. Rather than getting yourself into a problem and buying or starting a business that is hard for you to be able to monitor. What exactly am I saying? I'm saying if you're earning small amount of money, of course it starts with you getting that amount of money, you saving and accumulate a certain substantive amount of money, then get that money, direct it towards starting like a small business. But you calculating and knowing exactly that product that you're gonna sell for that specific period of time and targeting amount of a certain number of people applies both when you're employing yourself and when you're employed. You can use the same procedure as the self-employed people are using, and then from there you can be able to know this is exactly what I'm supposed to do so that I'm able to raise that amount of money. That's it. And I'm saying if you're earning yourself a good salary at the end of the month, let's say 70,000 and above, don't stress yourself. Just focus on increasing the amount of money that you're saving, then that, and only that you can be able to raise this amount of money. All right. So anyway, thank you for watching this video up to this particular end. By the way, I didn't introduce myself when I was starting up. My name is Joseph. Talk about money. Talk about anything related to cash. That's what I do here. And if that's a cup of your coffee, and I bet it should be, seriously, who hates money? If that's a cup of your coffee, then consider if there's a home by clicking that like button, as well as subscribing to this channel so you'll be a member, and commenting down below out there, and as well say what do you think. What was that idea, or what alternative do you have? What is objection, suggestion that you have down there? Put it down there, because I believe just like an iron sharpens another iron, so do we learn from each other. And by the way, for now, it's a goodbye. And don't forget to do that like button, that subscription button. And by the way, if you're out there, you're still confused, do not know how exactly you start a business, guess what I have for you? I have booklets about business plans, business ideas, treasury bonds, treasury bills, and whatever. I actually even have that booklet about money management skills. I have it ready. It's only $250. If you need a copy, you get my number from the description of this specific video. You give me a text or a call. You get your copy. We get started. I said this year we got to get ourselves the money knowledge. For now, it's a goodbye. See you in the next one. See ya.